You already know you're not where you want to be. You feel it every time you open social media and see someone further ahead. You feel it when another week ends and your goals are still just ideas. You feel it in your gut, that quiet frustration. I could be doing more. I should be further by now, so why are you still stuck? The truth is simple, and it's not always easy to hear. You're not stuck because you're lazy. You're not stuck because you're stupid. You're not stuck because life is unfair. You're stuck because you're comfortable and afraid. And that combination is deadly. But before we dig deeper, pause right now. If you're tired of watching your life pass by while you sit on the sidelines, if you're serious about getting unstuck, then don't just watch, commit. Subscribe to Mental Gold right now. This is where we stop hiding behind excuses and start taking control of the mind. Now, let's get brutally honest. You procrastinate not because the task is too hard, but because it threatens your identity. Starting would mean risking failure. Starting would mean no more hiding behind one day. And so, doing nothing feels safer than failing. But here's what no one tells you. Avoiding the thing is already a form of failure. Every day you don't start, you're practicing self-doubt. Every time you delay, you're training your brain that discomfort is danger. And slowly, you build a prison made of comfort. You tell yourself you're resting, but you feel more tired. You tell yourself you're planning, but nothing gets built. You tell yourself next week, but you're already months behind. You're not lazy, you're protecting your ego. You'd rather dream of success than risk discovering you're not ready. So instead of testing yourself, you stay in a loop. Scroll, consume, feel inspired. Do nothing, repeat. And that loop is where potential goes to die. But the good news? Loops can be broken with one decision, not a big dramatic decision. Just one honest moment with yourself, right now. Ask yourself, what am I pretending not to know? What task have I avoided for so long it's starting to feel like a personality trait? That's the wall. That's the thing between the life you have and the life you want. And you don't need a perfect plan to break it. You just need to stop feeding the fear. Comfort feels good, but it lies to you. It tells you you're not ready yet. You'll do it when you feel better. You're not falling behind. You're just waiting for the right moment. But the right moment never comes, because comfort isn't peace, it's delay. It's invisible decline. It's a quiet surrender to fear, disguised as self-care. And the cost of that comfort? Clarity, confidence, momentum. Every day you choose comfort over action. You trade your power for pleasure. You sell your future for a feeling. And here's something most people never realize. Growth doesn't start with motivation. It starts with discomfort. Real change begins the moment you do something you're not in the mood to do. It begins with the smallest silent act of rebellion against your own excuses. You don't need to overhaul your life. You need to disrupt your autopilot. That's how you build momentum. Momentum isn't magic. It's a simple formula. Action gives belief, gives confidence, gives more action. Most people wait for confidence before they act, but that's backward. Confidence is the result of doing the thing, not the requirement for it. You say, I'll start when I believe in myself. But self-belief is built brick by brick, through repetition, not inspiration. That's why the people who succeed aren't the smartest. They're the ones who start while they're still unsure. And right now, you have the power to do the same. So ask yourself, what's the next small action I can take without overthinking, without overplanning, just doing? Do that, and then repeat. Pause for a second. If you've made it this far into this video, that means something. It means you're tired of being stuck. So don't leave this video the same. Right now in the comments type, I choose action over fear. Let it be your first step. Let it be your proof that you're not just consuming content, you're creating change. Now let's go even deeper. Here's the hard truth. You're not stuck because you don't know what to do. You're stuck because doing it would threaten who you think you are. We all carry a self-image, a quiet identity built from years of stories. And the moment we try to step outside that image, our brain fights back. If you've always seen yourself as the unmotivated one, or the late starter, or the almost but never quite person, then actually succeeding would contradict everything you've believed about yourself. And your brain doesn't like contradiction. So instead, it protects you with fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being enough. But here's the twist. Most of the fear you feel isn't about failure. It's about visibility. It's about being seen trying. Because if you try and fail, now it's real. Now there's evidence. Now you can't hide behind "I could've," so you delay, you wait. You build a prison of perfectionism where nothing is ever ready. But guess what? You don't need perfection. You need honesty. Honesty says, "I'm afraid, but I'm doing it anyway." Honesty says, "I might fail, but that's better than not trying." Honesty says, "Progress matters more than pride." And that's how you break the loop. Not by removing fear, but by moving anyway. Because freedom is found on the other side of motion. You've been lied to for years. You don't need motivation. You don't need a new personality. You just need to act before your brain talks you out of it. So here's the challenge. Every day, do one thing that scares your comfort zone. One thing that breaks your identity story. One thing that builds a new mental pathway. This is how your mind evolves. You'll still feel resistance, but you'll know what it is now. It's not a stop sign, it's a signal. It means you're doing something worth doing. And as you build new patterns, the stuck version of you, it fades, it weakens, it becomes the past. And the new you, the one who acts, the one who chooses courage, that version starts to win. Every single day. Now listen. If this message has hit you deep, don't just sit with it. Share it. Let someone else out there know. They're not broken, they're just stuck. And stuck can be undone. Subscribe now if you're serious about breaking your cycle. At Mental Gold, we don't chase hype, we build quiet power. Day by day. Mind first.